Hello students, I am here to discuss about the cell, the next organelle. As we discussed in previous class, the plasma membrane and ER, endoplasmic reticulum. Now in this session, we discuss about the proceeding Golgi apparatus, lysosome, ribosome, mitochondria, centrosome, etc. So first, that is Golgi apparatus. We discuss first Golgi apparatus. As you know, Golgi apparatus is found in cytoplasm and help to do the activity of packing the material, synthesis, plasma membrane, lysosome, and it produces yolk in the egg. So see, Golgi apparatus present in cytoplasm and their structure is of this type. Golgi apparatus is also known as Golgi complex. So this is the cisternae and this is the vesicle. So two structures there, and they are found only in eukaryotic cells except the RBC. RBC cell having lacking this one. RBC, mature RBC having no Golgi apparatus, and they are present both animal and plant cell. So what function they perform in the cell? So you know, in cytoplasm they help to store materials. Means that's why it is called packaging of materials they do. Packing means they store the substances which are useful or which is present in the cytoplasm, they absorb and store them. Synthesis of plasma membrane and lysosome. Plasma membrane synthesis means outer covering of the animal cell, and they are prepared or they are made by the help of Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus make plasma membrane, and another one, that is lysosome. So vesicles present and they are able to make the lysosome, and then they perform their own activities, what we discuss later. So it produces yolk in the egg, in the cell. Egg cell yolk production takes place by the help of this Golgi apparatus. So this is Golgi apparatus invented by Camillo Golgi in 1898 and performed following function in the shell. Now lysosome, see, lysosome is found only in animal cell, and it is very useful for the animal cell because they help to digest inside the organs or inside the substances of the cell. When the outside substance, microbes or other things come in the cell, they can kill them. So they are in protective function, but really if they break inside the cell, they can dissolve whole cytoplasm of the cell. That's why it is also called suicidal bag. See, it is membrane bounded vacuolar structure organelle present only in animal cell. So it discovered by C.D. Dewey in 1949. So its function is the cell digestion and help in starvation condition by digesting stored food. So its first function is the cellular digestion. So hydrolytic enzyme present in it. Hydrolytic enzyme present in the lysosome, and they digest the microbes or the unwanted things present inside the cell. So it is helpful for the intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion. The process of intracellular digestion takes place by the help of lysosome. Other function, so it helps in starvation condition. When we are not taken food, means we are in fasting or other condition when we didn't got the food. In that condition, they digest the stored food present inside the body and provide energy to us. So they also help to survive any organisms which are in starvation condition. Now the next one, that is ribosome. As you know, ribosome is the protein factory of the cell. Protein factory means what? They are able to make protein by assembling the amino acids. So we take protein as a food and digest them after digestion the protein becomes simplified and it make the amino acid. This amino acid again assembled by the ribosome and it make the protein. So they assemble the amino acids to make the protein. So this is the activity of whom? Ribosome, the fifth cell organelle. Ribosome. See, it is dense spherical granule-like structure discovered by George Palade. In 1955. So this is, it is found mainly in animal cell as well as in plant cell. So found in the cytoplasm of the cell, It is also called, because they are invented by George Palade, it is also called Palade particles. Its another name is, it is also called Palade particles. Because they invent it, and their size is determined by the speed with which they sediment in the centrifugal field. So their size is different in prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic. So it is the protein factory of the cell, size depends on its sedimentation. Sediment speed with which they sediment, on its speed with which they sediment. When in the centrifugal field. So say this is different in, it is of 70S type in prokaryote and 80S type in eukaryotes. So say what is S here? S means Schwarzschild. S denotes the unit of the ribosome. S is shaped, SVEDVERG, Schwarzschild unit. Its unit. So is the unit to measure sedimentation coefficient, unit to measure sedimentation coefficient. So coefficient. Now say what is the structure of 70S and 80S of ribosome. So say the two subunits are able to make 70S and 80S ribosome. So for 70S ribosome, it is 30S and 50S. It is 30S and 50S. Altogether 80S, but the 10S become overlap. That's why it is not counted. So altogether it become 70S of their Septemberg. Second one, eukaryotic ribosome having 80S type. 80S contain 40S plus 60S. It is altogether 80S. The 20S of the sedimentary coefficient means Septemberg, that is overlapped. So this is why there is 80S ribosome. It is found in prokaryotes, and it is found in eukaryotes. Understood? So this is the ribosome which is found in the cytoplasm and help to produce protein. It means they are the protein factory. That's why their main function is to produce protein. Now we discuss about next one, that is the mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria is present also in the cytoplasm. Mitochondria, it is powerhouse of the cell and help to do cellular digestion. It means the digestion of the breaking of food inside the cell takes place by the help of this one. So cellular oxidation takes place by this. So cellular respiration is the process which is done by the help of mitochondria. So mitochondria is helpful for this purpose. So this is the 6th one, mitochondria. Mitochondria help. Mitochondria. It is of this type. The mitochondria is present in sperm cell more and more, maximum. So here you see this is the mitochondria having double membrane, the outer is smooth and inner bifurcate, the finger-like projections are called cristae. This is the mitochondria, the outer membrane, outer and inner membrane. Here you see the mitochondrial matrix. Mitochondrial matrix. This is the cristae. It has the F1 particles on it which allow the food to break. So see, mitochondria is found in all cells. It is filamentous or granular cytoplasm, all the aerobic cells of higher animals and plants, and also certain microorganisms including algae, protozoa and fungi. Mitochondria were first of all observed in 1880 by Kolliker, invented by Kolliker in 1880. So in 1882, Fleming named them as phyla. Fleming discovered by Kolliker in Fleming 1882. Fleming named phyla by Fleming. In 1882, and finally Altmann in 1890 made synthetic systematic observation on and named it bioplast. Altmann named bioplast by Altmann in 1890. After that, in 1897-98, named mitochondria by Benda in 1897-98. So this is the history of this one, and you see matrix, cristae, this is the cristae, and inner and outer membrane, they allow the main function of mitochondria function to break food, oxidation of food. So oxidation, dehydrogenation, oxidative phosphorylation, respiratory chain of the cells operated by this one. So oxidation of food, and to release energy. So this is also called powerhouse. That's why it is called powerhouse of the cell. So release energy, that's why it is the powerhouse of the cell. Next one, that is centrosome, or the divided part is called centriole. Centrosome. See, in the cell there is the space just beside the nucleus. Centrosome is present. Centrosome. Number 7, centrosome. You see, if it is the cell, this is the mitochondria, and here is the centrosome present. So this centrosome it is found only in animal cell. It cytoplasm of some eukaryotic cells contain two cylindrical rod-shaped structure, that is macrotubular structure, called the centrosome near the nucleus. Centriole lacks limiting membrane and DNA or RNA. It has no DNA or RNA, and also has no limiting membrane. So this is the centrosome which have no limiting membrane also. So it divides and form centriole. It also helps in the activity of cell division. It helps in the activity of cell division. See, cell division is the activity present for their growth. So if there is no cell division, growth will not take place. So centrosome divide into two centriole, and these centrioles during the division takes place, they goes to the opposite pole. and then they pull towards each other the chromosomes or the chromatids. Chromatids are pulled towards opposite sides by the help of this centriole, and then the cell division, the first part of cell division, that is the karyokinesis, takes place by them. So this is the karyokinesis in which centrosome help. So this is all about the cytoplasmic inclusion. Next class we discuss about the nucleoplasmic inclusion, that is the nucleolus and mitochondria and chromatin thread, and little bit idea about the cell division, that is mitosis and meiosis. Thank you to you.